more runs. But I think 290 is a good score. We've defended 200 in 3 occasions. So, we do the simple things right. We field well. We hang on to our catches. I believe that it will be a tall order for West Indies.
Yep, I mean, Brendan did say to you at that interview just now that maybe he pulled the trigger a little too soon.
I'd be interested to hear what Walter thinks, but I certainly think so. I think that if he bats 3 overs or so more, then pulls the trigger, then he will get the side to 300. In fact, even more than that, given the form that he shows and the way that he was batting today, they were going at 6 and 7 without doing too much. He was in the zone, so to speak, and I felt also that when he got to 100, there was a little period, maybe of 3, 4 or 5 balls, where he started to try and hit it rather hard and came back to himself and started playing in control once again.
Walter?
It's a little bit unfair, I think, to query an innings like that. He held the
Not
innings
that I'm
together.
querying it. Not at all.
No, we're not criticizing it.
Not at all, no.
I find it very difficult to query that because we needed that. And I think one of the things that we spoke about is one of the top 4 guys have to be there right at the end. Right. And he did just that. And any other day that could have that same shot would have come off. And he probably needed to because Middleton was up. But unfortunately ended up getting out. But good innings all the same and exactly what we needed.
Loving the chat, gentlemen. We have to press the pause button just for a moment because obviously it's a big target here for the Windies today. It will have to be the highest successful run chase in the tournament, 290 from there, 50 overs, nearly 6 and over. We'll take a short break and come back with more here at the Harare Sports Club. Yeah, we're out here in the middle again and the sun is out, and I just want to take a little look around and really imbibe the atmosphere because it's brilliant with the crowd. The pitch itself falls into that category too. I'm looking at this, and apart from a few scratch marks, and they're barely visible as far as the bowlers' follow-throughs are concerned, and it just looks pristine as I come further down towards a seamer's length. As far as I can tell, I cannot fault this pitch. And I'm just going to walk down to a couple of my guests here as well and have a little chat with those folks. Lisa Staleka needs no introduction, but I'll just say that a former Australian captain, World Cup winning as well, and Fazir Mohammed out of my home country, Trinidad and Tobago. Fazir, let me start with you. Sort of an ebb and flow, was it, of Zimbabwe's innings? The Windies came back nicely, around 5, 6, 7 in terms of number of wickets that they got in that middle portion.
Absolutely, and you know, when you think about it, Zimbabwe would have been delighted at the end of it all to finish up as they did on 289. But given the way they were going, they started a bit shakily. They started with the sort of concerns about their batting as to how they were going. And the way Brendan Taylor was going, and by the 40th over to be 220, I think Bish, as well as they played, they'll be disappointed that they didn't get 300 plus.
Yeah, a little falling there with Raza and Creamer falling in slightly quick succession as well. The short ball is something that the West Indies have known about him for quite some time. Even on the flattest surfaces, he looked vulnerable.
Yeah, he did look a little bit vulnerable. But I think the most important thing for West Indies when they come into the batting innings is they need their senior players to step up. They don't need to rely on their junior teammates to get them through. They need Chris Gale, they need Marlon Samuels. And I think if you look at Jason Holder, if they give himself enough time and enough platform at the top of the innings, he might win in the game.
Well, the conditions, as I said before, look very, very good. Now, in terms of pedigree, just to follow up on Faz and what Lisa has said, are the Windies the team in this tournament, given the number of guys with experience, to chase something like this?
Well, we've mentioned it already. The West Indies have only 4 times chased a total like this or more successfully. So how are they going to go about it? Clearly, they'll need a good start. It's not going to be easy. The numbers are stacked against the West Indies, but they're on the edge of a precipice, and you never know. It may be the moment for the big players to deliver. On the other hand, they could capitulate. Anything could happen.
I want to focus now on Zimbabwe's bowlers as they get loose. Their seamers, Lisa, their spinners on this surface against that batting lineup. Talk to me.
Yeah, the spinners, they're going to have a task at hand because the West Indies, you'd expect them to come out hard and try and find those boundaries. But they've got 4 successful spinners that are used to these conditions. You look at the Windies spinners, they didn't pick up a wicket at all and went for plenty of runs. Whereas I think Graham Creamer, the captain, he'll lead from the front. He picked up 3 wickets against Scotland, and I expect him to kind of stand up again, and the rest will follow.
Faz, the fielding, the catching, the ground fielding?
Always needs some work. I think at the end of it all, you see quite a bit of good work. The younger players show a greater degree of energy. Ashley Nurse was superb in the outfield. He's a vital cog in the wheel in the fielding department. But I just think the West Indies are still 1 or 2 points short of
None from 7 he has at the moment.
Be interesting to see as the dots keep increasing.